What makes a man fall deeply in love? Most people think it's beauty, charm, or chemistry, but the truth is much deeper than that. A man's heart changes when he feels two powerful emotions that very few people know how to create. And once those emotions take root, love stops being a choice and starts becoming a feeling he can't ignore. Emotion 1. Emotional safety. The first emotion that makes a man fall deeply in love is emotional safety. This may sound simple, but it is far more powerful than most people realize. Many men spend their lives feeling that they have to be strong. They carry responsibilities, solve problems, and hide their struggles. From a young age, they learn that showing fear, sadness, or vulnerability can make them appear weak. So they build walls around their emotions. Most people only see the confident side of a man. Very few ever see the worries he keeps to himself at night. Very few know the pressure he feels when things are not going well. And even fewer make him feel safe enough to talk about it. This is where deep love often begins. Imagine a man who is always expected to have the answers. Every day he wears a mask that tells the world he is fine. Then one day he meets someone different, someone who listens without judging, someone who does not criticize him for being imperfect, someone who allows him to be human. For the first time, he does not feel the need to perform. He does not feel the need to prove himself. He can simply be who he is. And that feeling is rare. Psychologically, emotional safety lowers a person's defenses. When a man feels accepted instead of evaluated, his brain begins to associate peace and comfort with that person. He starts trusting her with parts of himself that he shares with almost no one else. At first, he may not even realize what is happening. He just notices that he feels calmer when she is around. Her messages make his day better. Her presence feels like relief after a long day. He begins looking forward to talking to her, not because she entertains him, but because she understands him. That is when the connection starts moving beyond attraction. Because attraction can make a man interested, but emotional safety makes him attached. The truth is, a man never forgets the person who made him feel accepted when he was afraid of being judged. He never forgets the person who saw his flaws and stayed. In a world where many people want the best version of him, the person who embraces the real version of him becomes unforgettable. And often, that is the moment when friendship turns into affection, affection turns into attachment, and attachment slowly turns into love. Emotion 2. Emotional inspiration. The second emotion that makes a man fall deeply in love is emotional inspiration. While emotional safety makes him feel accepted, emotional inspiration makes him feel alive. Have you ever noticed how some people enter your life and nothing really changes? But then there are those rare people who make you want to become a better version of yourself without even trying. That is the effect of emotional inspiration. A man falls deeply in love when he is with someone who awakens something inside him. Not pressure, not fear, not the feeling that he is never enough, but a quiet desire to grow. She does not constantly tell him who he should be. She does not try to control him or reshape him. Instead, her presence naturally brings out qualities he already has inside him. Suddenly, he starts thinking bigger. He becomes more confident about his goals. He works harder. He treats people better. He starts believing that the future can be brighter than he imagined. And the beautiful part is that he does not feel forced to do any of it. He wants to. Psychologists often talk about the power of identity. Human beings are deeply attached to people who help them see a better version of themselves. When someone consistently makes us feel stronger, wiser, more hopeful, or more capable, we naturally begin associating those positive feelings with them. This is why a man can become deeply attached to a woman who inspires him. Every conversation leaves him feeling motivated. Every moment with her reminds him of the man he wants to become. She becomes connected to his dreams, his growth, and his vision for the future. Over time, something powerful happens. He no longer imagines his future as a path he walks alone. When he thinks about his goals, she is there. When he imagines success, she is there. When he pictures the life he wants to build, somehow she has become part of that picture. That is when love starts reaching a deeper level. Because real love is not only about feeling comfortable with someone, it is also about feeling inspired by them. A man may admire beauty, he may enjoy attention, he may be attracted to excitement, but the woman who inspires him to become more than he was yesterday often leaves the deepest mark on his heart. And when a man feels both accepted for who he is and inspired by who he can become, he starts experiencing something far more powerful than attraction. He starts falling in love. Now here is what most people miss. Neither of these emotions is enough on its own. A man can feel emotionally safe with someone and still never fall deeply in love. The connection feels comfortable, but something is missing. There is peace, but no spark. There is trust, but no sense of growth. On the other hand, he can feel inspired by someone and still struggle to stay close to them. The connection feels exciting, but unstable. He admires her, but he never feels fully understood. Deep love happens when both emotions come together. Think about it this way. Emotional safety tells a man, you are accepted exactly as you are. Emotional inspiration tells him, you are capable of becoming even more. One gives him a place to rest. The other gives him a reason to grow. And when a woman creates both feelings, something remarkable begins to happen inside him. He feels comfortable enough to show his true self. At the same time, he feels motivated to become the best version of himself. He does not feel judged. He does not feel controlled. He does not feel like he has to earn her approval. Instead, he feels seen, valued, and encouraged. This combination touches two of the deepest needs every human being carries: the need to belong and the need to become. We all want someone who accepts us when we are struggling. We also want someone who believes in us when we cannot fully believe in ourselves. When a man finds both of those feelings in the same person, the bond becomes difficult to explain. He starts sharing more, trusting more, caring more, and little by little he stops seeing her as just another person in his life. She becomes the person he turns to when life is hard, the person he wants beside him when life is good, the person who feels like home and possibility at the same time. And that is one of the deepest forms of love a man can experience. Before we end, remember this: these emotions are not tricks, and they cannot be forced. Real love grows when two people are genuine with each other. The truth is, a man falls deepest not for the person who tries the hardest to impress him, but for the person who makes him feel safe enough to be himself and inspired enough to become more. If someone feels both of those things when they're with you, never take it for granted. It may be the beginning of a love that lasts far longer than either of you expected. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us for more powerful insights into love, relationships, and the hidden psychology of the human heart.